Yup, this is out of pocket. Transgender person talks about guns today. But hey, maybe if the country chilled out and the government stopped fucking scapegoating me for doing absolutely nothing but exist, maybe I wouldn't feel the need to carry. Watch all the fucking Second Amendment fans watching this video all of a sudden think that it doesn't exist for trans people. I carry a Performance Center M&P 2.0. What I would never carry is a Sig Sauer P320, because my M&P will never ever go off on accident ever, because the brilliant genius, awesome guys at Smith & Wesson designed it, whereas, I don't know, did they let Taurus do this one? Seriously, I could build a goddamn better gun than this in my garage out of this fucking microphone setup than the SIG P320. The fucking Unabomber's wood and the fucking Unabomber's like mostly wooden 22 pistol, single shot 22 pistol, safer than this thing. He fucking built it out of wood in isolated Montana, and it's better than the SIG P320. The Sig Sauer P320 is the worst handgun on the planet. Any person that likes this damn gun is a fucking buffoon with no context for a high quality firearm. This thing fucking discharges left and right. If you carry appendix, your penis is gone. Your clit demolished. Seriously, if you carry this thing, strap in for a bullet in the leg, the chest, or the head. This thing will fuck you up. It's not every gun. In fact, statistically, I'm willing to bet I could go get a P320 and it'd probably be fine. But I shouldn't be betting statistically on if my gun's gonna have a negligent discharge or not. I could go buy a Glock or an M&P and not worry about that at all if I needed to. There's a video I saw that broke down the discharge problem with this gun, and in the video he legitimately shows that a Taurus is a better gun. The build quality of a Taurus beating any gun is fucking diabolical. And if you have a desire for the German variety of handguns, buy a Walther, because this company cannot be fucking trusted anymore. It is a disaster. There is no denying it. But it could not get worse for Sig Sauer as a company. They are insisting that it's fine, even though it's not. Like, somebody in the military died because of it. It is not. This is not up for negotiation. And other states have now banned the pistol, and SIG is suing them, insisting that the pistol is perfectly fine, perfectly safe. It's all blown out of proportion. It's not real. They're saying that the state is infringing upon the Constitution, which... The right to bear arms is not the same as the right to blow off your arms. Serious, you are going to accidentally kill somebody. Listen, you could be like, the United States banning a car, that's unconstitutional because we're supposed to have a free market or some shit. But if the car blows up, like 100 cars in a row have blown up, yeah, the car should be fucking banned. Any reasonable company would have done a recall after like the second or third incident. Here's why this thing is actually the worst. Let me give a history lesson. We're gonna rewind the clock all the way back to 1836, and some new fire just dropped from Samuel Colt himself, the Colt Walker, the OG revolver. We're talking more than one shot in a row now. That's a big deal. And so then fast forward to 1847, Samuel Colt and the legendary Walker Texas Ranger himself, they hook up and they design this fucking like 5-pound revolver this big thing, but even heavier, and this is like a solid 3 pounds. Of all the muzzle loading revolvers, or percussion pistols as they were called, By the way, this is not a real gun. I'm not, like, messing around with a hammer cocked and my finger on the trigger with a real gun. This is a replica. You know what? I'm gonna put this away. This feels like bad taste to just be whipping this around. As in, it feels like bad taste because I have the way more badass single action army right here. Yeah, you can do this with these old Colts. So long as they're at half cock, you can do whatever you fucking want. Back in the 1800s, they just designed a little notch in these revolvers, and you never had to worry about a fucking discharge. This isn't real either. This is, once again, a replica. Right, back in the day, 1800s, this thing's never going off again. You are A-okay. The SIG P320, you could put that in your holster and now you fucking shot yourself in the femoral artery and you bleed to death within 30 seconds. So anyways, they design this big old heavy Colt Walker and it's unbelievably powerful. It's the most powerful revolver of the 1800s. In fact, when these cartridge loading guns, yeah, look, you load them like this instead of jamming a bunch of shit down the barrel. I looked like I was whacking off Samuel Colt. So back to this Colt Walker. Unbelievably powerful, okay? But there's one problem. It blows up in your hand sometimes.
Bam! The Walker Colt blew up in his hand.
Now, there was a pretty good chance it wouldn't, but it did sometimes. And that's a big fucking problem. So did Colt try to sue the government over it? Or just say it was fine? No. In 1848, the Dragoon comes out. Pretty much the same, except for it doesn't fucking blow up and it's a little lighter. That's how you handle the situation. SIG should have issued an apology, said we fucked up big time, discontinued the P320, and then introduced the P320-2 or P321 or something, and then they could have done a big marketing campaign showing off like a new striker safety feature that they put in and like the quality of the build, so people are like, okay, now we can get this badass P320 and not fucking put a hole in my ass. But no, SIG is suing people and saying it's unconstitutional to ban our negligent discharge murder machine. It gets even worse. They released a video, like a little trailer, an ad, being like, look at the quality of the P320, look at the build. And then they tried to advertise how safe the gun was, because you can't disassemble it while it's loaded.
Initially designed, our goal was to build a pistol that could be safely disassembled, right? And that meant not being able to disassemble the gun or take apart the gun with a magazine inserted. And the way obviously a P320 disassembles is with the takedown lever. Now with that magazine inserted, you can see that I cannot rotate that down no matter how hard I try, so I have to remove the magazine. So that was the first step. We wanted to design a pistol you take it apart without a magazine inserted to remove the source of ammunition. We also wanted to have a design that in case it was a round in the chamber, that you didn't have to pull the trigger to take the gun apart. So in an effort to take the gun apart, the P320 part, you lock the slide to the rear, and that is how the gun has to be basically presented before you can rotate the takedown lever. And then the takedown lever is rotated.
Oh, in M&P, you can already just decock the striker manually, and also most guns you can't disassemble with the mag in anyway, so it's not special. And also, here's the thing. I have to shoot my gun a couple of times to need to disassemble and clean it, right? I do not give a fuck if it's safe while I disassemble it if it already fucking blew up on my way to the range and I'm goddamn dead in my car. For SIG, the people that had a contract with the United States military, which the merit that comes with being a contractor with the United States military is wild. Again, another replica pistol. You think these only caught on because of John McClane? No, they caught on because they're also in the United States military, and it's a good, reliable gun, because the military chooses good, reliable guns. But now, it's like, what the fuck is happening? One of my buddies loves the SIGs. He has multiple. He has a dog named Sig for crying. He has a dog named Sig for crying out loud. So this is a disaster. He loved his M17 when he was in the military, and he loves it now that he's a regular ass civilian. I mean, to have the Beretta, a full metal, heavier gun, harder to conceal, be beating you in the tactical popular department is bad. Buy a Beretta. It's a great gun, but it's not what the striker fire polymer community is really looking for usually. It is a proven to be dangerous gun that honestly should be banned. Like, normally I'm like, okay, when the government can take an inch, they can take a mile, but this is a different breed, okay? We're not talking about fucking regular gun control here. We're talking about fucking murder machine. It doesn't even kill the people you need it to. What am I, defending myself from me?